when I was 12 years old, my parents, they asked me what I wanted for my bat mitzvah. So I said I want to go to Israel as a gift. No parties, I just want a gift to go to Israel. So I did. They sent me to Israel with my sister, my cousin. And when I was 12 years old, I went to the kotel and I started davening, and I put on a little paper that I wanted my wedding to be in Israel. So when I came home after vacation, my mother said, "So what'd you do?" I said, "Oh, Mom, I went to the kotel and I prayed that my wedding is going to be in Israel." It sounded funny because I was only 12, but it was something not believable. But Baruch Hashem, after a few years, we ended up going to Arizona. I met my husband there, and it happened to be that at the same time when I was in Israel celebrating my bas mitzvah, my husband was there celebrating his bar mitzvah, and he did the same thing, and he said, "I want my wedding to be in Israel." And that's exactly what happened. My parents, we decided to have the wedding in Israel, and we got married 8 years ago. We had our wedding in Shari Yerushalayim in Jerusalem. It was a beautiful wedding. Everybody attended from New York. We lived in Israel for 10 months, and then I came here for vacation. I got pregnant with my first daughter, and we decided we'll stay a little bit just so I could get support from my mother and my parents. And after that, I just continued to finish my degree, and then I always told my husband, by Yizrat Hashem, when I finish my degree, we will definitely go back to Israel. So now I have to keep my promise, and actually his birthday's coming up right when we go there, and I think it's the best birthday gift that I could give him and my kids. A very good education. My sister just went to Israel 2 years ago. She loves it, and we want to follow her footsteps, hopefully. It's very emotional, but I think this is the right thing to do. I think Israel is the place where I can raise children according to Jewish law. I mean, where we live here is a Jewish neighborhood, but it's only here. In Israel, everybody knows the holidays are coming up. The kids are more exposed to Jewish life there. I'm not going to be worried to send my kids out to get a few groceries for me, because I know they're surrounded by Jewish people, and that's what's important for me. I know it's the right thing to do because eventually we're all going to end up doing it. I would rather do it now when my kids are small than wait later on, and I just think it's going to be probably harder when you have more kids. This way they'll get the actual foundation right now. They'll learn Hebrew, and they'll go to the school, and they'll make friends, and they'll just start their Israeli lifestyle.
My feeling is great. My name is Ariel, and 1988 we moved from Soviet Union and we came to America. I don't know if it was the right decision or not, but when we've been in the airport in Austria, and there was a lot of people who stand online, and one of the representatives said to us, "Who is going to Eretz Israel, to Israel? This line. Who going to America? This line." And we saw the 99% of the people, 99.9, went to the line of America. It's only one family from all the crowd went to the line to Israel. Sometimes we think if there is many people, they're doing right choice, and we were wrong. That 0.1% who went another line, he was the winner. He is the winner. No matter how much we hold our kids, no matter how much we bring them comfortability and help, the Israeli roots, the nation of Israel, became more stronger. They took my daughter 1, and they took my daughter 2, and not just my 2 daughters, with all my grandkids. Listen, En Brira, I have no other way to be prepared myself to be next. Because to live without the daughters I can do, but to live without my grandkids, very hard, because they are attached to me very much. I don't know about them, but we are attached to my kids, grandkids. Baruch Hashem, I have 9 grandkids, and America helped us to be observant, because here is a freedom of all confessions. And in Judaism, I found out that's where I belong. And many times we say, Bashana Abba Yerushalayim, and if we can say till tomorrow and not move, we will never be Bashana Abba Yerushalayim. So Baruch Hashem, my 2 girls, they did our words to Maaseh, to do. So I'm very proud of them. I'm proud of my Leah and Eliezer, and I'm very proud of my Mazal and Reuven. And Be'ezrat Hashem, they will build a family, and they devoted them power, the quality to our country, to Israeli country. The Israel needs youngsters like my kids and my grandkids. And Be'ezrat Hashem, I'm strong enough to go to Israel and to help to build new Israel. I mean new Israel because we came from the background which we didn't know nothing about the Judaism, about the kashrut, about the Taharat HaMishpacha, about the Shabbat, about the Jew. Who is the Jew? And we have a strong foundation. Our foundation is Avraham Avinu, Yitzchak Avinu, Yaakov Avinu. Our mothers who gives us modesty to the world as a Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah, and we have to be continuing on their footsteps. And that's what I want to have my grandkids, and to be proud and not to tell them, you know who was my great-grandfather, he was the Rav. I want to say that's my grandson who is a Talmid Chacham, and that's my granddaughter who going to the chuppah according to the Jewish law. That's the main thing for me. My kids should be there, and do not be lazy to pull us out from here also.